Let's get straight to the point. If you lack discipline, you'll get nowhere. It doesn't matter how much you dream, how much you want it, or how much you plan. Without discipline, you're just another lost soul waiting for a miracle that will never come. Your motivation won't save you. You need discipline. Do you know why? Because motivation is fleeting. Today you're excited, tomorrow you're tired. Today you want to win, tomorrow you're making excuses. Motivation is weak, it's unstable. But discipline is what keeps you in the game, even when everything is against you. Do you know what true discipline is? It's doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's getting up early, working hard, tackling that boring task, the one no one wants to do, as if you loved it. Discipline is doing what you hate as if you loved it. This isn't just a phrase, it's a life philosophy. Because you know what separates winners from losers? Winners do what others don't want to do. They sacrifice. They're consistent. They don't care how hard or uncomfortable it is. They do it. Let me be brutally honest. Without discipline, you're nobody. You might have talent, you might have dreams, but without the ability to stay on track day after day, all of that means nothing. Talent without discipline is wasted. Dreams without discipline are illusions. Do you know what people respect? It's not those who have talent or potential. They respect those who show up every day, put in the work, and don't quit. Without discipline, no one will take you seriously. Not even yourself. Want to know the secret? Discipline is the shortcut everyone looks for, but no one wants to take. It's the fastest way to success because it cuts through all the nonsense that holds you back. There's no procrastination, no hesitation. When you're disciplined, you don't waste time doubting or getting distracted. You just do what needs to be done. And you know the best part? Discipline gives you power. Every time you choose to do the hard thing, every time you complete a task, even when you don't want to, you're building something inside yourself. You're becoming stronger, more resilient, more unstoppable. With discipline, there's no obstacle you can't overcome. So, tell me, are you going to keep being a prisoner of your whims, waiting for the day you feel ready? Or will you decide, right now, to do what needs to be done, no matter what? The world doesn't respect those who just try, it only respects those who do. Without discipline, you're accepting mediocrity. You're settling for a life without purpose, without growth, without achievement. But if you have discipline, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. Now get up, fix your posture, and start time. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait to feel like it. Just do it. Because in the end, it's not how you feel that matters, it's what you do. And if you act consistently every day, success is inevitable. If you don't have discipline, you're nobody. Be someone. Be relentless. Be disciplined. Show the world that nothing can stop you. Pay attention. Do you think you have all the time in the world? That you can relax, postpone, and the opportunities will still be waiting for you? Let me tell you a brutal but true fact. That's a lie. Life has no patience for those who play with their own future. Complacency, the lazy habit of doing the bare minimum, of choosing the easy way, has a high price, and you'll pay for it sooner or later. There's a cost to being free and easy, and that cost will come later. That's a fact. While you're standing there thinking everything is fine, the clock is ticking. Every minute you waste is a piece of your dreams slipping away. Do you know what no one tells you? The chances you have today won't always be there. The window of opportunity doesn't stay open forever. If you don't act now, someone more determined, more focused, and less complacent will take what should have been yours. And do you know what's worse? You'll have no one to blame but yourself. The opportunity to achieve your dreams isn't always available. This isn't meant to scare you. It's to wake you up. Time doesn't rewind, and life doesn't forgive those who delay. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, let me tell you, it doesn't exist. The only moment you have is now, and every time you choose not to act, you're telling the universe you don't deserve what you desire. Another thing that needs to be clear, there's no such thing as easy success. If you're looking for shortcuts, you're digging your own grave. Because every shortcut that seems quick and simple takes you further away from true progress. If you're looking for shortcuts, you're looking for failure. Success demands the full path. Hard work, patience, daily effort. You can't skip steps, and you can't cheat the system. If you're not willing to sweat for what you want, don't even start. Do you know the greatest cost of complacency? A life without purpose, without achievement, without greatness. Every time you choose not to push yourself, not to go beyond, not to strive for your best, you're accepting mediocrity. You're telling the world you don't want anything beyond the basics. And do you know what's saddest? One day you'll look back and realize you could have been more. That you could have achieved something great, but chose comfort, ease, and safety. Regret is too high a price to pay. Complacency may feel comfortable, right? Staying in your comfort zone, doing only what's necessary, avoiding risks. But let me tell you, that's a prison. It keeps you stagnant, prevents you from growing, and makes you believe everything's fine while you waste your potential. But you know what's even more brutal? While you're standing still, the world is moving forward. And by the time you realize you're being left behind, it might be too late. So choose now. Are you going to be someone who stays stuck in mediocrity, or will you break free and chase what you truly want? You have two options: keep being complacent, postponing your dreams, and accepting a mediocre life, or decide that starting today, you'll fight as if your life depends on it. Because let me remind you, it does. There's a cost to being free and easy, and that cost will come later. Don't wait to pay that price. Do the work now. Pay the price of effort, sacrifice, and dedication. Because the cost of complacency is far greater than any effort you could make today. Are you going to keep watching life pass you by, waiting for something magical to happen? Or will you stand up now, decide to give your all, and do what needs to be done? The future is in your hands, but only if you act now. The opportunity to achieve your dreams isn't always available. Use that as a daily reminder. Stop waiting. Stop settling, because the world only respects those who stand up and fight. Complacency is the greatest enemy of big dreams. Eliminate it from your life now. Work, fight, move forward. Because the cost of complacency is the life you've always wanted, but will never have if you keep living on autopilot. The work to become the person you're meant to be is what brings true fulfillment. Because success isn't about what you gain, it's about who you become in the process. Do you want more out of life? Then transform yourself into someone capable of achieving more. Here's the raw truth. The person you are today isn't enough to achieve your biggest dreams. This isn't an insult. It's a challenge. If you want something big, something that will change your life, you need to transform. You need to evolve. You need to grow. You need to let go of who you are now to become who you're meant to be. And do you know what that requires? Work. Sacrifice, dedication. You can't wait for some magical change. Personal transformation is a battle. A daily fight against your fears, against your bad habits, against that voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough. Do you know the question you need to ask yourself every day? How badly do I want this? Because let me tell you, if you don't want it enough, if you're not willing to pay the price, someone who wants it more will take what could have been yours. The real question is, how badly do you want it? If you truly want to change your life, you have to be willing to give it your all. You need to commit as if your life depends on it. Because it does. Nothing great happens without effort. And nothing will change unless you change first. Personal transformation isn't just about adding new things. It's about letting go of what's holding you back. It's about releasing excuses, distractions, toxic people, and habits that keep you stuck in mediocrity. You can't transform if you're carrying the weight of the past. Look at yourself and ask, what's holding me back? And when you find the answer, cut it out mercilessly. Because as long as you hold on to what no longer serves you, you'll never evolve. Personal transformation doesn't happen by chance. It requires relentless focus. You need to be obsessed with what you want to achieve. You can't want something big and treat it like a hobby. You have to live it, breathe it, and work for it every single day. Be obsessed with what you want to achieve. This means leaving no room for doubt, distractions, or hesitation. Everything you do, think, and decide must bring you closer to your transformation. That's the mindset of a winner. Personal transformation isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. It's waking up every day with the commitment to be better than yesterday. It's constantly challenging yourself, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, and never settling for less than you're capable of. Every day is a new chance to change. It doesn't matter who you were yesterday. What matters is what you do today. Because every small victory, every small step, brings you closer to the version of yourself you're meant to be. So tell me, will you keep being the same person, repeating the same mistakes, living the same life? Or will you decide right now to transform into someone who deserves everything they desire? Because let me remind you, no one will do this for you. Personal transformation is a choice. It's a daily fight. But if you choose to fight, the result is inevitable. You'll become someone the world cannot ignore. Someone who inspires, achieves, and wins. The work to become the version of yourself you're meant to be is what brings true fulfillment. How badly do you want it? Be obsessed. Be relentless. Be the change. Now get up and start. Transformation begins today, begins now, and begins with you. It's time to face the truth. No one will do this for you. No one will lift you up, no one will push you forward, no one will fight your battles. If you want to change, if you want more out of life, you need to decide now that you'll fight for it. You already have everything you need within you. The strength, the courage, the determination, it's all there. But do you know what's missing? Believing. Believing that you're capable. Believing that you deserve it. Believing that you can become the person you've always dreamed of being. Because let me remind you, you weren't made to be small. Life isn't for those who wait, for those who settle, for those who live in the shadow of their own fears. Life is for those who dare, who act, who transform. And that transformation starts now. It starts with the decision to stop being who you were and start being who you're meant to be. The work is hard, yes. The path is long, yes. But the result? The result is looking in the mirror and finally seeing someone proud of who they've become. So the final question is, how badly do you want it? If the answer is a lot, then get up, fix your posture, and go to war. Transformation is hard, but the life you dream of is waiting for you on the other side. The world is watching. Now show it what you're made of. Be obsessed, be relentless, and never stop. Transformation begins with a decision, and that decision is yours.